Hi guys, this video is for anybody who wants to paint their shoes with a reflective paint. I've seen a lot of negative reviews on Amazon on this paint, and there's a couple more brands, and I believe people are just not doing the right thing because simply they don't know. And I believe the reason is because the companies actually are not advertising correctly what you should be doing with this paint. Mainly, I'm going to use this for safety reasons because I ride a bike at night, just at short distances from home to a few other places around my house, like the gym and another place. So the first thing that you do is, I guess in this case, usually I kind of wipe the shoes with surface cleaner or whatever. But these are brand new shoes, Mizuno Wave Prophecy 4s. They're pretty clean. I'm not going to clean anything. The only thing is you just make sure that you put plastic bags like I did. You can put a paper or whatever else just to kind of protect the inside. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Bulldog adhesion promoter all over the shoes because I'm gonna paint the shoes with that reflective finish. I'm gonna paint the whole shoe actually. Okay, so let's get started. There is no metal ball inside the Bulldog promoter, so even if you shake it, it doesn't do anything. So you can just kind of shake it, I guess, for a second to move the material inside the glue, and then you start spraying. And it's a basic procedure. You have a stream, vertical stream from the spray can. You follow the stream, kind of try to get as much as you can on the shoe. I have a little bit of wind, so the stream is going forward, so I'm going to follow the stream and pay attention to the wind. This procedure is done so that you make sure that the reflective finish actually stays on solidly and doesn't come off. The manufacturers say that it'll stay, it's permanent, but I've seen that it doesn't actually stay. You kind of, if you start wearing those shoes with that spray on the reflective material, it'll start to rub off. I'm putting a little bit extra on the bottom, on the soles, because that's obviously gonna rub more than the upper. And you just spray it, and then you wait for maybe 5 to 10 minutes for this paint to dry. This I'm gonna use this spray can. It's from Rust-Oleum Reflective Finish, and this is a little bit different from what I firstly used on another pair of shoes. That's the first ever can that I bought. It's from a company called Adidas 100. You can buy from their website or Amazon. This thing actually finished very quickly. It's about half the size of that other can. This one is 10 ounces. That's 4.6. And they say this is permanent. I would say yes, it is, but it depends on the surface. Again, if you don't use the Bulldog, this is gonna start rubbing off at some point. So I get the spray can with the reflective finish. I shook it for about a minute or 2 minutes. Now here's the trick. As you can see, this is a spot from a flashlight, and that's the actual secret of using this paint, that you need to use some kind of a light source in order to see where this paint is going, how much you're using. And I think this is the mistake that these companies that sell these paints are not mentioning anywhere in their instructions. Because if I don't use the flashlight, you're basically not going to see what is going on with this paint. And I'll show you. You spray it. It's actually a semi-transparent paint, but it is kind of clear. So at this point, you don't see anything. But once you shine the light, then you start seeing the reflectivity of the paint. So that is pretty much the only way how you can use this type of paint. You see here it's no paint. Here is with the paint. And you just paint them using the flashlight to make sure that you get it all over the place. And of course, the more you put, the more reflective it's going to become. But I believe at some point it'll stop kind of getting additional coats. I've only used about maybe 3-4 coats at the time, not anymore, because the shoes become really reflective at that point. But you can do and you can choose whatever you want. Again, the secret is using a flashlight. That's the whole thing. You can do it during the day. It's not, I mean, it's still visible. If you do it at night, it's actually much more visible. So it's up to you, especially if you're doing the whole shoe, you can probably do it at night. And again, this is to help anybody that's doing this type of a thing. You can do this with other stuff, not only your shoes. Thank you for watching, and I will be glad to answer any of your questions. Thank you.